Student, how are you all? Hope you all are well at your home. So student, this is your mathematics class for class 9th, chapter 6, chapter name lines and angles. This is your lecture 5. In your previous 4 lectures for lines and angles, we discussed so many axioms and theorems and some questions as well. In this lecture, we will follow all those axioms and theorems in the applications. We will learn how we will solve and apply those theorems and application in questions. So, we will start our chapter. Today's lecture is all about exercise 6.3. So, we will go with the question number first. Question number first is, in given figure, side QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced 2 points S and T respectively. If angle SPR is 135 degree and angle PQR is 110 degree, then find angle PRQ. Now we will learn all these things with the help of this diagram. We have a triangle PQR. According to the question, we have to produce QP and RQ at point S and T respectively. Now angle SPR is 135 degrees given. Angle PQT is 110 degree is given. Now we have to find this angle. We have two different methods to solve this. Not two, we have so many different methods to solve this question. So now we will try to solve this question. First method, if I want this angle, then it is very easy to find this and this angle. How? The sum of these two angles are 180 degree. Reason is linear pair. Sum of these two angles are also 180 degree. Reason is same, linear pair. Then we will apply angle sum property in this triangle. It means the sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. This is your first method. Second method is also very easy. You know exterior angle property, the last theorem 6.8. What was exterior angle property? Exterior angle property was theorem 6.8. Exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. Then it is also very easy. Find this angle and then put sum of these two angles in the front of 110. So choice is yours. Then how will you solve this question? So students, start this question. First of all, given, what is given? Two angles are given. What we have to find? Angle PRQ. So we will start. So we will apply linear pair here. We know it very well. Then sum of these two angles are 180 degree. Reason is linear pair. Remember, you have to write reasons. It is compulsory. We have to put the value. Then we will shift the value to the other side. So RPQ is 45 degree. Now I will go with exterior angle property. So exterior angle property is this angle is equal to the sum of these two angles. So angle RPQ and angle PRQ is equal to PQT. Now reason is exterior angle property. We put the values and then shift to the other side, and then PRQ is 65 degree. This is your answer. Now second question. Second question of this exercise is, in the given figure, angle X is 62 degree, XYZ, it means angle Y, is 54 degree if YO and ZO are bisectors of angle XYZ and XZY respectively of triangle XYZ. Find these two angles. Now try to understand this diagram. In this triangle we have two angles. Some of the students sometime confused with this part, that they are not are able to understand that this is the half of the value of this angle, or the complete angle is, this is your complete angle, it is clearly given here. So first of all we have to find OZY. OZY, it means this and this angle O. It is very clear that YO and OZ are the bisector of these two angles. Then definitely if we know the complete angle Z, we will bisect that angle. So what is given? Two angles are given. YO and ZO are the bisectors of these two angles are given. Then definitely what we will do now? We have to find Z first with the help of angle sum property. Then we will apply angle sum property in this small triangle also. If we know these two triangles, then these two small triangles are bisector of these two bigger angles. So we will follow this method. So to prove is, find these two angles. First of all, in the bigger triangle, apply angle sum property. The sum of these three angles is equal to 180 degree. Reason is here. Put the value of two angles which we already know and find the third angle. In the smaller triangle, we know it very well that half of Y plus angle O and half of angle Z is also 180 degree. Again, angle sum property. So we will find the value of these two angles, half, and then find the value of, we will put the value of these two half and then find the value of angle O. So these questions are very easy questions. We have to only first decide our plan and then we will follow that. So next question is, question number 3 is, in the given figure AB parallel DE, AB parallel DE, and two angles are also given and we have to find one angle. So what is given? AB parallel DE, angle BACE, BAC or BAE, both are correct. It is 35 degree, and CDE is 43 degree. We have to find which angle? DCE. We have to find this angle. So definitely whatever action of plan, we have to find this angle also, and then we will apply angle sum property in this triangle. Then it is very easy to find this angle. Easy. So we will start our solution. AB parallel CD. AB parallel CD. So if these two lines are parallel, then definitely AE is transversal. So this angle and this angle is a pair of alternate interior angles. A pair of alternate interior angles. So definitely this angle is also 35 degree. Now we will apply angle sum property in triangle DCE. So in triangle DCE, angle DCE plus angle CDE plus angle DEC is also equal to 180 degree. Now we will put the two angles which we already known and DCE is left. Then we will add them and then shift to the other side, subtract them. Then we will get our answer. So students, now what's your homework today? You have to solve exercise 6.3 question number 1 to 6 from your NCERT. Question number 1 to 3 I already solved in this lecture. You have to try question number 4th, 5th and 6th. Then you are able to understand that you got that concept or not. If any query, then please put in your comment section. Then I will solve your doubts. So student, now solution of lecture 4. In lecture 4, we discussed the application of exercise 6.2 and I also gave some solutions of exercise 6.2. Now the last question, sixth question of that exercise, which is the important question. Last question of this exercise is, in the given figure, PQ and RS are the two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B The reflected ray move along the path BC and strike the mirror RS at C and again reflect back along CD. Prove that AB parallel CD. So student, in this question we have two mirrors which are placed parallel to each other. Mirror means mirror are always a straight line, always straight. There is no zigzag motion in mirror. So definitely what is given to us, PQ and RS, which are mirrors, they are as a straight line and they are parallel also. So now what we have to prove? We have to prove AB and CD are parallel to each other. In this question, it is very clear that an incident ray strike this mirror, which is AB, and then reflected back to the another mirror and strike at point C on the second mirror, and then again reflected as CD. So this is your incident ray, reflect and then strike here and then again reflect. So students, in this question we have to prove that AB and CD are parallel to each other. These two lines are parallel, definitely. So some of the students are saying, ma'am, this and this are the alternate interior angle. But if we will take BC as transversal line, then definitely this complete angle, because parallel line is this na, this complete angle and this complete angle is a pair of alternate interior angle, but we only want these two angles. So we will follow a special procedure. A construction, draw BL and CM perpendicular on two parallel mirrors. So definitely they bisect these two angles. It means this angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So what we did, we draw two perpendiculars on these two mirrors. BL perpendicular on PQ, CM perpendicular on RS. Now solution. BL is perpendicular on PQ and CM is perpendicular on RS. It means definitely BL and CM are parallel to each other. If we will draw two perpendicular lines on two surfaces, then definitely they are parallel to each other, because it is also 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. If we want to prove that 90 plus 90, 180, we know it very well. If the interior angle on the same side of a transversal line is 180 degree, it means co-interior, then these two lines are parallel to each other. We also proved a theorem related to this reason. So definitely these two perpendiculars are parallel to each other. So if these two lines are parallel, then definitely BC is transversal for them. Yes, BC is transversal for them. So this angle LBC is equal to MCB, yani angle 1 and angle 3. LBC and MCB are equal to each other. What is reason? Alternate interior angles. You can write angle 1 and 3 also. So now next step is, we know it very well, these two angles are equal to each other, because ABL and LBC, they are equal to each other, because we know it very well. If we are talking about this portion only, then this is incident ray, this is reflected ray, and we know it very well from your physics chapter, then angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. I think you know it very well, that angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. So angle 2 is equal to angle 1. ABL is also equal to LBC. Yeah, you can write angle 2 is also equal to 1. Similarly, angle 3 is equal to 4, because it is also this is angle of incident, this is an incident ray and this is a reflected ray. So an incident angle is also equal to angle of reflection. So ABL and LBC is also equal. Reason is this. Similarly, MCB, it means angle 3, these angle 3 and 4, MCD is also equal to each other. Reason is same, angle of incident is also equal to angle of reflection. So from these three equations, we know it very well. If we will change into the numbers, then 1 is equal to 3. 1 is equal to 2 and 3 is equal to 4. Then definitely what will happen? If 1 is equal to 3, 1 is equal to 2 and 2 is equal to and 3 is equal to 4. If 1 and 3 are equal to each other, then definitely 2 and 4 are also equal to each other. So from equation 1, 2 and 3, angle ABL and angle MCD are equal to each other. This is equation number 4. Now we will add equation number first and 4. First and 4. 1 plus 3 is equal to 2 plus 4. Then angle LBC and ABL is equal MCB plus MCD. It means angle 1 plus 2 is equal to angle 3 plus 4. We will add them. So angle ABC and DCB. ABC and DCB. We will read from here. ABC and DCB. It means this complete angle and this complete angle. So if these two angles are equal and the reason is same from the first equation, alternate interior angles, so definitely it is only possible when then the lines are parallel, AB parallel CD. Hence proved. So students, once again we will revise this question. In this question, what is given? These two are parallel mirrors. We have to prove that AB parallel CD. What we did, we draw two perpendiculars on these two parallel mirrors. They bisect these two angles. 1 is equal to 2 by construction, 3 is equals to 4 by construction. If these two are the perpendiculars, then these two lines are parallel itself also. So this is a transversal line. So 1 is equal to 3. Equation number first. Then we know it very well. 1 is equal to 2. Equation number 2. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Equation number 3. From equation number first, second and 3. If 1 is equal to 3, but 1 is also equal to 2 and 3 is also equal to 4. So definitely angle 2 and angle 4 are also equal to each other. This is your equation number 4. Then we will add them. Then what we will get? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 plus 4. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is also equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Then they are equal to each other. We will add them. This angle is equal to this. The reason is same, alternate interior angle. Then definitely these two lines are parallel to each other. We have another method to solve this question. When we will take our first equation, 1 is equal to 3. We explain that these two angles are equal to each other. Then double of angle 1 and double of angle 3 is also equal to each other. Then definitely these two complete angles are also equal to each other. So students, in this lecture we discuss some application related to your theorems, theorem 6.6, 6.7, 6.8 from exercise 6.3 and solution of lecture 4, which is related to exercise 6.2. So do your homework properly and try to attempt all questions by yourself. Try to learn theorems and definition as well. Thank you very much.